Good morning. Good morning. Oh my God, that was terrible. I think I just set off the fire alarms with that attempt to serenade you. My name's Joey. I run the Utopian baseball universe, and it is Monday, so it's time to give you the updated power rankings. You're going to see me 4 times today, which is probably 4 times more than you care to see me. We got the power rankings right now. A little later this morning, we're going to bring you that game that was rained out yesterday between the Marlins and the Rockies from Denver. We got the Phillies and Cubs later today from Wrigley. That'll be fun. And then the Utopian Baseball Universe later tonight. So let's get started. Updated power rankings, and if you're watching, welcome. I'll get to your comments at the end. Always like it when people show up and give us a go. All right, power rankings. Number 32, the New York Yankees, 20-31. Lowest scoring team in the universe, 159 runs in 51 games. That's what, 3.1 a game. Their run differential is -61. They're just not scoring this year. You know, can't explain it. But right now, as of right now, the Yankees are 32. At number 31, we've got the Arizona Diamondbacks, 21-30. Run differential, -23. Last place in the West right now. Number 30, we got the Red Sox, 21-30. They actually, it's funny, they have a positive run differential of +3. But they're only 1 game off the pace to have the worst record in the whole universe. So, hard to explain. Number 29, the Milwaukee Brewers, 20-31. They just took 2 out of 3 in Montreal. So maybe things start turning around for them. 257 runs scored, 268 given. They've had some games this year where they're putting up big numbers. They just put up 15 on Saturday, 11 yesterday. So I don't know. Maybe Council turns it around for them. Number 28, we have the Seattle Mariners. 20-31. Run differential only -7. They actually just swept Houston. So they actually move up a couple spots this week. At number 27, we have the Cubs. 22-29. Orioles at 26. The Nationals at 25. And the Padres at 24. Moving up in the power rankings, we have the LA Angels at 23. This team is 9-18 at home, 15-9 on the road. So it's kind of weird to figure out. They're 5 games back in the West. At number 22, we have the Expos, the Mets at 21. This was a top 10 team, 2 weeks ago? They have not played great ball since. 24-27. 5 games out in the East. The Royals at number 20. This is a last place team in the South, but they're only 4 games out, and they're only a game under 500. The Astros at 19. They fall quite a bit this week after getting swept in Seattle. The Marlins at 18. The White Sox at 17. The White Sox are by far the highest scoring team in the universe, 290 runs through 51 games. The Phillies at 16, they keep climbing. Remember, they were like 31 for like a couple weeks. They couldn't figure it out, and then they had like a 2 or 3 week stretch where they were just shutting guys out, it seems like every other night. So the Phillies are now at 16 on the list, 4 games back in the East in second place. And then at 15, we have the Twins at 26-25. All right, at number 14, up 3 spaces this week. The Dodgers, who just swept Durham in LA. They're 3 back in the West at 26 and 25. The Indians, 27 and 24, 6 back in the North. The A's fall a little bit. They are at 12. They're just 3 back in the West. And we have the Rockies at 11, 2.5 back. They got rained out yesterday. They're going to play later this morning against the Marlins. Cracking our top 10, the Texas Rangers, 28 and 23, just a game out in the South. We'll take a look at the standings here shortly, too. Cardinals at 9, Giants at 8. The Giants are in first place in the West at 29 and 22. Winning record at home and away, which is actually quite rare in the universe. I'll take a closer look here shortly, but there's probably only 2 or 3 teams that can say that right now. Number 7, we have the Reds, 4 games back in the North, and then we have the Braves at 6. At number 6, they are in first place right now in the South, tied with 2 other teams we haven't mentioned yet. All right, let's get to the top 5. Currently at number 5, we have the Toronto Blue Jays, 4-game lead in the East. They have the biggest lead of any team in the universe, 29 and 22, 19 and 8 at home. Run differential of plus 32 for the Blue Jays. Durham falls to number 4. They lost 5 of 6 this week. Just got swept by the Dodgers. So they fall from number 1 to 4. 29 and 22, still hold a share of first. 17 and 4 at home. And they return home this week. Number 3, we have the Detroit Tigers at 30 and 21, 15 and 6 at home. Run differential of plus 29. Number 2, the Tampa Bay Rays. They're just solid. They're just getting it everywhere. 29 and 22, first place in the South, 15 and 6 at home. Run differential plus 20. And once again, the number 1, the Pittsburgh Pirates. They just swept Baltimore, 33 and 18, 16 and 8 at home, 17 and 10 on the road. Run differential plus 49. I believe that's the tops in the universe. So the Pirates at number 1 once again. Quick peek at the standings. Again, the Blue Jays lead the East by 4. Phillies in second, Mets in third, 5 games out. In the South, we have 3 teams at the top, the Rays, Bulls, and Braves. And the Cardinals and Rangers are just a game back. Unbelievable in the South. In the North, the Pirates have a 3-game lead in the Tigers, 4-game lead in the Reds. And the Giants with a 2.5-game lead on the Rockies, 3 up on the A's and the Dodgers. Let's take a look at the next 4 days. The East is traveling to the north and the West traveling south. So we'll take a look at the series that are kicking off today first. We've got Boston at Chicago White Sox. They're going to be featured on ESPN Plus tonight. Pedro Martinez versus Chris Sale. That should be a good one. Later this afternoon, we've got Phillies at Cubs from Wrigley Field. A little afternoon baseball. Can't get any better than that. Robin Roberts versus Carlos Zambrano. Mets and Reds, they'll be on ESPN Plus on Wednesday night. That'll be Noah Syndergaard versus Jose Rio. And then we've got Yankees and Indians. They're going to be our ESPN Tuesday Night Baseball tomorrow. That'll be Lefty Gomez. I'm sorry. Tomorrow is going to be Whitey Ford versus Satchel Paige. Also tonight we have Giants at Rangers. They're going to be featured on the Wednesday Night Showcase Wednesday. Carl Hubble versus Kevin Millwood. Millwood coming off that one hitter, so that'll be interesting. Tonight we've got A's and Astros on MLB.TV. Dave Stewart versus Dallas Keuchel. Monday Night Baseball tonight on ABC with Al Michaels and Tim McCarver. We have the Mariners at Royals, Felix Hernandez versus David Cone. And then we've got the makeup from yesterday, the Rockies hosting the Marlins. That's coming up shortly. Dontrell Willis versus Rube Foster. In series that are starting tomorrow, we've got the Blue Jays at Tigers. They're going to be our Xbox stream tomorrow. Juan Guzman versus Justin Verlander from Detroit. We've got Expos at Pirates. They'll be featured on MLB.TV tomorrow. Dennis Martinez versus John Candelaria. Wednesday night's MLB.TV free presentation will be Baltimore at Milwaukee. That'll be Mike Mussina versus Pete Vukovich. And Thursday night on MLB.TV, we've got the Nationals at Twins. Gio Gonzalez versus Frank Viola on Thursday. All right. And then 5 other series kicking off tomorrow. We've got Angels at Rays. They're going to be our Xbox game on Wednesday night. Mike Witt versus Chris Archer. Dodgers at Marlins on ESPN Plus tomorrow. Don Drysdale versus Jose Fernandez. Thursday afternoon baseball on ESPN. We've got Padres at Cardinals. Joey Lucchesi versus Adam Wainwright. Thursday night on ESPN Plus, we've got Colorado at Durham. Mike Hampton versus Bartolo Colon, making his first start of the year for the Bulls. And our last Xbox stream for now, not forever, for now, will be Thursday afternoon, Diamondbacks at Braves, Curt Schilling versus Lou Burdett. The Xbox streams will come back this summer once I get a new phone. Again, for those of you not keeping up on my personal life, nor should you, I'm moving Friday into a bigger apartment right down the street. This computer that I speak to you from will be in a different room than the television. So I can't do my magic anymore that way. It'll have to be on a phone. I can't use this because it's hot, steaming hot garbage. Yes, by the way, I have baseball cards as my, what do you call it, screensaver? What is it called? Backdrop? I don't know. I'm an old man. All right, guys. So with that being said, I'll see you in a short while for an Xbox stream. Somebody has a case of the Mondays. Is that me or you? This is how I always sound. I'm just very low key. I'm very low energy, especially in the mornings. I haven't sang yet. Usually singing helps me. That'll happen very shortly in the shower. So yeah, case of the Mondays, I guess. Oh, one last thing. I noted this within the group yesterday. We had one dropout in the trivia tournament. So I'm looking for a replacement to play in the third first round game, which will be at the end of July. So we're 2 months away. But if anyone is interested in baseball trivia, there is no cost to enter. It's going to stream live on YouTube starting the first week of July. And the winner of the tournament wins $50 gift card of their choosing. Please let me know. It's a 21-person tournament. I would love to fill that today if possible. And we're going to have another one in December. So if you're interested in playing and did not see our pool 4 weeks ago, you can certainly play in the next one. So that's all I got for you for now. We'll see you within the hour, I would guess, for Marlins Rockies. Take care.